Okay, family, we are making some smothered ribeyes with onion gravy, some mashed potatoes, and a green salad. But what I wanted to show you was whenever you're making gravy to your meat, you don't add garlic powder. It changes up the taste. So what you do is you just season them with seasoning, salt, and black pepper on both sides of your meat. And you flour them and put them on in the grease. Okay. Now, be it, you could do pork chops this way, chuck steaks, or whatever. I just bought ribeyes for my crew, but any steaks would be just as fine, even if you had a cube steak. Same sense. But when you add, now when I'm regularly frying pork chops and stuff like that, then at that time I'll use garlic powder, not garlic salt, because if you use a lot of garlic salt and then you turn around and back it up with seasoning salt, you're going to make it salty. So you want to use garlic powder as opposed to garlic salt. Now I know what you're thinking. It is more expensive, Auntie. Yeah, it's expensive, but you don't want your food salty in the same sense. So that's ready to go. I got my sack here with my flour in it. So what we're doing is we're just going to throw a little bit of this right here up in this, in the bag, and flour that on both sides, and be ready to put that on in the grease. Now, I wanted to show you here, our grease is getting hot, okay? Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys right quick, hold on, let me wash my hands right quick. One thing I wanted to show you guys, the difference between a skillet and a saute pan. Okay, a skillet does not have a top to it. Now this here is your standard. You can tell I use it a lot, and though so it's you know, you can tell from the bottom of the pan that I use this one a lot. But what you use to get that off of the bottom of there is the scouring pad, the copper one. The Turboy and all that, I don't have that, so it's just regularly clean, and I just never, I don't have the Turboy to get that off the bottom. So, but nonetheless, you want to, okay, here we go. The difference between the skillet and a saute pan. Now, this is a saute pan, okay? Let me back this up a little bit. Okay. Now this one, some people would think is a skillet. This is not a skillet, okay? Because it has a top. Now this one you can tell is, you know, I have a scouring pad on that one. But this here is not a skillet, okay? It is actually called a saute pan. Now, yes, Auntie, can I use that to fry fish? Can I use it to fry chicken? Yes, you can use it to fry chicken, fry fish, and all that other, but it is actually a saute pan. This here is a regular, it's multi-purpose. What I use this for is when I'm making hamburger helper, I'm making macaroni and cheese, you know, the stovetop macaroni and cheese, not the homemade that you put in the oven, but different stuff like one pan items and stuff like that, one pan dishes and stuff. I use that for this, and it has like a bow to it, and all of my my products, the cookware that I use is the Food Network, and this right here is the top of the line stainless steel, through and through, but it cooks evenly. It is bomb, I'm telling you. So anyway, this here, oh, I didn't even cut it on. Just a multi-purpose saucepan. Okay, that's what that is. This is a saucepan. Now, this is a Dutch oven. It's full cast iron. Let me come over here so I'm going to show you like this. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is a cast iron Dutch oven. Auntie, now that's a pot. It's not a pot. It is a Dutch oven. It is cast iron. Okay, you see the bottom of it? And what you could do is put a little oil on that and put in the oven, and that's what seasons it. This is my mama's old one. It was imported from Belgium, but he was my godfather. He was in the Air Force, and he had brought this back to my mama years ago. And so my mama has had this for years, and so she would use her Dutch oven for all kinds of things. Be it she would fry fish in this, make greens in it, beans, all kinds of stuff in this Dutch oven. And so this was one item that I just really had to have and keep in my kitchen is my mom's old Dutch oven. Now with this right here, I could have made that hash in this the other day, but I just don't cook in this Dutch oven that often. But this is always good to have, and as well as a lot of people were mentioning cast iron. I also have a few cast iron pieces, but I like the way it fries my chicken, and I like the way it fries my fish. So that's what I primarily use those for. But nonetheless, or to make a pan of cornbread inside of your cast iron skillets and things. But anyway, this is a cast iron Dutch oven. So for the record, a Dutch oven is not a regular pot. It is called a Dutch oven. Now, your regular pots, there are different types of pots now, because you have like your stock pot that you cook your spaghetti and stuff. Like when you're getting ready to do, to get your spaghetti noodles ready. To get your spaghetti noodles ready, you use a stock pot, or like when you cooking a big pot of greens or whatever the case, then yes, you would use a stock pot. Or making, I have a tamale pot, which is also a stock pot. It's just bigger. But yeah, so it's good to know the different things in your kitchen that is not, what our mamas taught us that they were, just like a cookie sheet. Now a lot of people think that cookie sheet is a lot of people mix up, what is the word I'm trying to gather? A lot of people mix up a cookie sheet and a jelly roll pan. A jelly roll pan has no lip on it. Okay? Now, damn it, am I mixing it up? No, the jelly roll pan has a lip on it. The cookie sheet has no lip. So when you see a cookie sheet, it's supposed to be just a plain, flat pan. Let me pull out one so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I just didn't want to pull it out in the sake of it ain't being camera ready. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to pull it out in case it wasn't all the way together. You know how we do it. But anyway. Okay. No, I'm not going to show that shit. I ain't going to show that shit. Hell no. I'll tell you what the hell it looked like. Now what it looked like, a jelly roll pan has a lip on it about that thick. Okay, that is not a cookie sheet. They come in they range from 12 inches in length to even a 24, in length. You know what I'm saying? And they're usually about 12 inches in width. And in some cases you can get a bigger, like an 18 in width, but the length usually range from 12 to 24 inches. Okay. So that is not a cookie sheet, family. So quit calling it a cookie sheet now. It is a jelly roll pan. It's not no damn cookie sheet. Y'all quit saying that. So anyway, on that note, let me get this meat in the oven, baby. All right, family. Love you. Bye. Family, when you begin to put your meat in your skillets to start frying, what you want to do is you want to cut that fire down a little bit. You want to cut it up, yes, to get the grease hot. But once your grease is hot, turn that down, because otherwise you just basically searing the meat. Searing means you're browning it on the outside. And that's cool too if you getting ready to cook a pot roast that you getting ready to put in the oven. But when you're frying your chicken and stuff, that's why your chicken don't turn out right. If you have the grease too hot, then you're just basically browning the flour, the batter on the outside of your chicken, and the rest of it ain't even done because you got the grease too hot. So once the grease get hot, turn the fire down and just keep it at a medium height. In my case, the reason why this is blue here is because I have electric appliances. But in the event that you have gas, when the tips of those burners, the tips of the flames is yellow, turn that shit down. It's supposed to be blue. When it gets too high, that means it's too high. It's too much oxygen hitting that. So you want to turn that down just a little bit. Okay? So just turn your fire down and your chicken will come out bomb every time. Here I got a potato. It'll come out bomb every time. So you want to turn that fire down. All right, family. Love you. Bye. Okay, family. Now, I am making mashed potatoes, but actually, they're going to be modified instant potatoes. Now, there's times when, like, if I don't have enough instant potatoes, and maybe I don't have enough whole potatoes, what I do is I'll make a modified. Like right here, I just have my potatoes on to boil. So what you do is you add a little salt to that. We're going to add just a little bit of salt to this water. Add just a little bit of salt to the water. Okay? And we want to allow that to boil. As that boils, I'm going to show you the steps on how to make modified instant potatoes. Because what we're going to do is we're going to mash these, but we're going to also use this same pot liquor. I'm going to show you later on, but we're going to make these modified instant mashed potatoes off the chain in a minute.